What's up? It is day number 4 of training for V9, I guess. I don't know. I have to go set at the university climbing wall that I work at. But right now, I wanted to do a training session today, and I kind of forgot about that. So I was like, I'll do the training session before I go. It's like 9:55 in the morning. We open at 11 to set. I'm not gonna get there at 11. But I think today I'm gonna do just max weighted hangs mainly. That's the goal. I might do some weighted pull-ups off crimps as well. But I think just weighted hangs on a 14 mil is what I'm gonna shoot for. So I gotta load up my sophisticated weight method by putting water bottles in my climbing bag. But I'll get that set up and then hop on the hangboard. So I put all those water bottles in the bag. Now let's go weigh it. Just to get my weight at the start as well. 130 flat. All right. It's about 25 pounds. I'd like more, but 25 is okay. We can live with that. It feels kind of bad on my back, so I guess it feels heavy enough. All right, so I'm just gonna do a hang to warm up and then probably hop into it. I need to put new chalk in my chalk bag. There's absolutely nothing in here. I need to warm up. All right, time to add some weight. I can't find my chalk, so I just got to use like no chalk, basically. I guess about 15 seconds is good. All right, I'm making these sets pretty quick. So I'd like to get going and start setting, and I don't think I'm gonna do too much because I'm gonna be setting for a few days and that really takes out of you. I might just do the rest of these off camera, and I'm not gonna do too many, just because I gotta go set, but I think I'll cut to the car of me driving to school. I don't really want to do car talks because that seems like kind of copying everybody. I just want to document me training basically, but right now it seems like the best for time to go talk in the car while I'm on the way. All right, so I'm getting ready to go set. I only did about 4 sets of that, and then I decided not to do anything else because I'm gonna get pretty worked from setting. But I think I'll do a little car talk, I guess. Don't really want to do that because that feels just like doing what everyone else does, and I just want to like document my training basically. But right now it just seems like the most time efficient thing because I gotta get over there to go set. Yeah, I just maybe wanted to talk about what goals I have with climbing right now, and see where I want to, like, what the reason I want to train is. Maybe talk about that. Just talk about where I want to go with my training and what goals I have and what the future will be like for it. But I'll see y'all in a second. All right, I'm off the set. I might stop and get me like a chicken biscuit on the way. 5 times 10:19. It's a nice chilly day for our Floridian weather. 57 is the high today, I think. And it probably already is 57, I would imagine. It felt not too cold outside. But yeah, so I work at this tiny little rock wall at my university I go to, and it is fairly small. We set like maybe 25 boulders on it and then 15 ropes on it. But it is cool to have, and I get discounts because of it and stuff on like ProLink and from other gyms visiting those. But it's nice to just like have classes, and then you can work earlier in the day or later in the day after classes, before classes. And it's where I made most of my friends on campus too. So it's a nice little place to have. Yeah, it's not the best place for training, really. It's just kind of a crappy wall. It's not really meant for it. Most of it's flat. There's no overhang, really. So I can't really climb there to train. So it takes some of my time up. But when it comes to training, I'm really just looking to get my finger strength up. It is really my weakest link right now. I feel like I have good pulling power. I can do like a 75% body weight added pull up, and I know it's not like the best measure, but I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty strong in pulling. I'm weak in finger strength. Maybe I can hold a crimp, but I can't really pull through it. So that's why in my head, stuff like weighted pull-ups off crimps is a beneficial workout, because if I add weight to a crimp and pull up off of it, then when I take off the weight, I can maybe lower the crimp a tiny bit, and then I can pull through that now with body weight. That's my thought process. It's like doing weighted pull-ups, and then after you do weighted pull-ups, you just shoot yourself up and you do muscle up. We'll see how that goes. I feel good about it. My one arm hangs are really just good for training 3-finger drag, which I already have. Is already stronger than my crimp. It seems to be helpful. Like it's getting helpful. I can actually pull one arm through a 2-pad edge, but I'm not getting stronger on crimp. So I don't think it's really worth my time. I need to spend more time 2-hand hangboarding, and I can do those one-arm hangs every so often, but they shouldn't be my main focus. Just because I can't engage. I can't crimp those, actually, when I'm pulling on them, so I have to... it's literally just dragging on it, and it ends up, like, leaving most of my fingers off of it, and so it really does just become a 3-finger drag on there, which is... I'm sure that's helpful, but it's not what I am looking for right now. I think my main goal right now is V9 is what I'm shooting for. I've done like 2 V9s on Kilter that were so easy, and regression mindset is one of them that took me like 5 tries. That is literally the easiest V9 on Kilter. And then hip dysplasia, it took me like 3 sessions like a year ago, or it's like 6 months ago now at this point probably, and that's just way too easy. Bless me. But yeah, V9 is really my goal. I am about to get my second V8 outside. When I get back up there, it's kind of hard to get on trips and drive 7 hours. I'm gonna sneeze again. It's kind of hard to get on trips and drive 7 hours just to climb a boulder. But there's a climb in Chattanooga called Dream Sequence, and I got the stand start. It's like a 6/7 or something. I got the stand start in 2 tries, and then the low I started working, and it took me like 25 tries to finally find a beta that worked for me. And then by the time I couldn't do the stand start anymore, so we just left. And then so now I got to go back out to that boulder and get that 8. That'll be my second V8. My only other outdoor 8 is the Black Light in New River Gorge. That is a sick climb. I really want to go back and do the Black. I think that could be my first 9 outside. That is such a awesome climb. I love that. It's probably the best boulder I've ever touched on. But V9 is definitely my short-term goal. Long-term wise, the only grade goal I have is I would love to do the Shield in Chattanooga in Stone Fort. The Shield is such a dope climb, and I pulled on the start holds and stuff. But I am not near that at all. There's no shot. And I know that. I'm not saying I am. But the 10:26. We made it. Oh, never mind. It's Sunday morning. All right, it is Sunday, so there's no chicken biscuit in my future. That's a dumb mistake on me right there. Getting my hopes up. So yeah, short term V9, long term V12 is the only climb I have to shoot for. I don't know. I don't have many goals for the future just because I want to see how strong I can get. I get reassurance by some people. I feel like it's like, oh, I started climbing when I was 21. I just turned 23. And I'm coming up on 2 years of climbing. It was like right when it was January 7th was when I started climbing. And I just turned 21. And now it's been 2 years basically. And I'm climbing V8s basically. V7s really. Like solid V7, like any V7 is a go most likely. Outside it's iffy. It needs to be not my, like it needs to be not my anti-style, and I'll probably send it. But I really want to work up. But I really get reassurance by like hearing stories of either friends or climbers online that have started later and gotten really good grades. Like I know somebody that started at 20 and at 25 he got a V12. So that gives me hope that I'm not just destined to be a V7 climber forever. I would say I'm better for sure than a V7 climber. I mean, I have an 8 outside, whether that's 8 is solid or soft or whatever. I still have that. It was a really dope climb, so I'd take it as 8 for sure. I don't think it was soft. I just think it was my style. And then I haven't really touched many other 8s, but the Dream Sequence Low, I don't want to jinx it, but I think I might day flash it. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I think I might day flash Dream Sequence Low. That would be nice. It'll go. I'm 99.9% positive it will send next time I touch the boulder. I got a dial, and the upper half is, I got it in 2 tries. So as long as I can just hit that again, I'm going to try it first with my day flash from the bottom, and then if I don't get that, I'm going to try the move, the one move it has that is hard, and see if I hit that. Get that maybe a bit more dialed in than 2 tries. Yeah, I really just want to get outside again, and in the meantime train. I've been just board climbing or hangboarding, and I mean that's all I've ever done really, other than hangboard. I've never done hangboarding much, but board climbing has always been my favorite thing to do. Gym climbing, I'm just not that great at. Some of it's a psych factor, and not like a happy psych factor, like I get psyched out on some climbs, especially at one of the gyms near me. It has some sketchy tops, not topping out, but like just like the last move or two will be very like committee and almost terrifying to make the move, and that just makes me not want to climb it. And it's probably good for me to climb it though, get less of a bitch about it. But So, different gym climbing than that, I guess I do well at. There's another gym around here that I go to that has way older style walls that I can do pretty good at. But yeah, I just want to really, for the future, do more board climbing and hangboarding and post some videos about that today. Only reason I could film this is because my parents were out grocery shopping. I feel too embarrassed to do this around anybody. So it'll be hard for me to find time to do these. It might be me going to the climbing gym with friends and filming myself on the way talking, and then filming me climbing and have those together and talk, like doing a voiceover of it. And then maybe talking on the way back, because I cannot do anything like this in front of my friends. Even though like I send some of them my YouTube shorts of me doing my training and talking over it, I can't do that in person. I've been rambling long enough, so hopefully I cut some of that out so it's not so long. I filmed a 13-minute video. But I will cut to probably some gym clips of stripping and setting if I do end up setting. I know we're stripping. So I'll cut to that probably right here. I'm editing right now, and I thought I'd do a little voiceover of this so it's not just boring time lapse. But I thought it was cool to take a time lapse of this, except I left it vertical for the first half. I'm stupid. But yeah, this is the rock wall at my university. It's a nice little thing to have, especially because it's free, quote unquote. You pay for it when you pay tuition, but it's a good resource. But you can see that the wall is very flat. It only has one overhang, and it's the one right there that my buddy is at, and it's above the boulder line, and it's very small, so you're not even like really overhung. You're just leaning back. But yeah, we do setting here with tape colors to mark the climbs because we just don't have much space. But we can still do some fun stuff. Like you'll see, I started setting a boulder after we finished stripping, and it had some pretty cool movement in it that made it pretty hard. Here's me trying the move. It's this pocket that I oriented in the worst possible way you could hold it, and then it has a somewhat sloped edge on the top that I was like, that's a sick heel hook. So then you heel it, and you rock up on that, and then you slap this little sidewall overhung bit, and then the goal, I was going to try and match into there, but I think I can just throw my hand up and match it, and that'll end up working. I tried the move a few more times, and it was kind of hard. Climbing into it was even harder than doing it from making the move for some reason. And just, this is one of the attempts, but I'll let myself talk. I don't think I'm going to get a better attempt than that one. That sucks. I don't really know how to add on to the next part if I can't do that move, and I can't really climb into it well either, so. But we'll see. I added a hold to let me climb into it here, and it did help me realize that once I get that, I can kind of stand up on it if I get higher on that left arm. And then from here, it becomes an easy position, but then like you're having to balance into the wall by just pulling on this flat wall with your left hand. I was like, okay, I can reach out to something. So I ended up throwing this jug on the wall to climb up to this Gaston I threw on the wall. So it's going to be, you're going to come into that. So you're going to get a Gaston on it. And then I was like, okay, I could come down into a compression-y Gaston on the other hand and then have to like cut feet and bring it over. I thought that would be kind of challenging. So I put the crimp on, and then I climbed to the position. I climbed up, and then it just felt intuitive to bring my right leg out. So I put that orange sloper there right behind the ladder. And at first I was going to toe hook it and try and like fall and like cut my right hand. But then I was like, oh, I can like heel hook this and then compress against the wall and either come in and I'll have to reach and trust the heel hook and reach up high, or match it and like bring my foot off. I thought that was cool though. But back to me. All right, I just finished up my first day of setting for this week. It was just mainly stripping, and then I started working on a boulder because we got done. pretty good. The boulder's looking pretty fun. Probably put some clips in there. I was filming it. That first move is really sick. I love that first move. Where it's going, I don't really know. I'm just kind of winging it. And I'll probably end up getting more inspiration next time I'm here. So tomorrow probably. Classes start tomorrow too. So that's gonna suck. But it gives me more time to be over on this side of town near all of the gyms. So I'll be forced to go actually climb, and it won't have to be an out of the way 45-minute drive for me. Yeah, now I get to go home and rest, play video games or something. I don't know. I'll probably do some push-ups. I am gonna get food because I got a little breakfast, so I haven't really eaten today. It is 4:19 though, 4:17. My clock is on my car is a bit ahead. Yeah, just leaving campus now, and 45 minutes and I'll be home free, done for the day. Hopefully next video can be an actual like full training, like maybe board session and hangboarding, or just hangboarding alone. Get a full training session and actually film it in this style, and not just be a little warm-up hang session this morning and then setting. More of a vlog style than a training video. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and I'll hopefully see y'all next time. Thank you.